It's Online Biz Real Talk today, and we have an incredible subject for you with an incredible woman from Toronto, Ontario, originally from Congo. And she's here today to be interviewed by all of us. And she so graciously has given her time to us today to allow us to have some insight in her journey in this online business. And she's going to be speaking in her language. If I can say it right, Yoruba. Am I saying it right? But she speaks a language that is actually in Nigeria. And I know there's 27 languages, is there in Nigeria? 27 or maybe more. Okay, I'll let you explain to us. So why don't you introduce yourself for us, Marcelle? And now after you introduce yourself, and please don't feel on the hot seat. I want you to feel as comfortable as you can. And whatever you feel like sharing, please share with us as you introduce yourself. And then each of us will ask you a question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Coach Georgia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to bring me to, today. So, yes, my name is Marcelle. I'm a mom. I live in Mississauga, Ontario. I used to be a personal support worker, and now I'm a mentor, and I have 4 beautiful children. And yes, I'm proud to be a business owner. So my journey started like more than a year ago, and it's been an amazing experience for me. And I met a lot of people, and I have a lot of community, like a big community. And so far, I can't trace it for anything, So my originally from Congo, I forgot to say that. So thank you so much, Coach Georgia. Thank you, Paulo. Thank you, Ramath. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Welcome.
So I'll stop like that for now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for introducing yourself. So I guess I'll leave the floor to everyone to ask you a question first. So if anybody has a question, maybe your niece might have a question. Do you want to go first?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time zone. Ramotulai ni orúkọ tí tèmi jẹ́ because òní Yorùbá la gbé wá. So Rahmatullah ìyá àbèjì, mo sì ń gbé ní Island pẹ̀lú family mi. Mo jẹ́ online business owner, mo ń ṣòwò ní orí afẹ́fẹ́. A máa ń ẹdẹ èèyàn láti lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ business ní gbogbo àgbáyé. So láwa wá lónìí láti wá ṣe àlàyé fún yín, but Marcelle tí ó jẹ́ mọ́ńtọ̀ mi, àwọn ni a fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé báwo ni ìrìn àjò wọn ṣe rí. So kí n má sọ̀rọ̀ gùn, mo kí gbogbo yín ẹ ṣé tẹ́ ń wò wá. So Ọlọ́run ó bá wa pọ́n yín lé, ta pè yín tẹ́ jẹ́ wa. So Sister Marcelle, kí ni ẹ lè sọ fún wa nípa bísínẹ́sì yìí ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́, because a bá fẹ́ wọnú ẹ̀, báwo ni a lè wọnú ẹ̀, àti pàápàá jùlọ kí ni àǹfààní tí bísínẹ́sì yìí kí ló mú wá fẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe, tó wù láti ṣe, láti join wa, láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, báwo ni àǹfààní tó fẹ́ rí níbẹ̀, ẹ ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún wa. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́.
All right, ẹ ṣeun gan ni. Ọ̀dà, bí mo ṣe sọ, orúkọ tèmi ni Marcelle, mo ń gbé Toronto, Ontario. Ṣe bísínẹ́sì ó rọrùn gan ni, and kò sì sẹ́ni tí ò lè ṣe bísínẹ́sì. Ṣe kẹ́mi tó wọnú bísínẹ́sì, èmi yìí ṣèyàn tí mo mọ́ ń gbérí afẹ́fẹ́. Mi yìí ṣe kan, n bá lórí afẹ́fẹ́, mi yìí ṣe nǹkan méjì kí n máa wo àwọn èèyàn, kí n máa kọ̀wé fáwọn èèyàn. Ohun tí mo máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Àmọ́ àǹfààní tó wà nínú bísínẹ́sì yìí ni pé tẹ́ bá wọnú bísínẹ́sì, ẹ fi mọ iyì ara yín. Kò ní jẹ́ pé ẹ mọ̀ lọ eré afẹ́fẹ́, ẹ kàn fi mọ̀ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn, ẹ fi mọ̀ lọ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ bá wọnú business, àǹfààní tó wà ń bẹ̀ sẹ́ ó pọ̀. Òye yín, èyí tá fi mọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn, tá fi mọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ohun tá ń ṣe àbí kíní. At least tá bá ń ṣe business yìí sẹ́, a lè mú ká fi ṣe nǹkan gidi fúnra wa. A lè mú ká fi múnú ara wa dùn. Kì í ṣe èyí tá mọ̀ lọ́jọ́ àbí tá mọ̀ lọ́kọ náà. Eléyìí ọgbọ́n wà ń bẹ̀, òye sì wà ń bẹ̀. Ó sì tún pàdé àwọn èèyàn ńláńlá, àwọn èèyàn àìmọye tó jẹ́ pé ọkàn ó balẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ mi ní kẹ́ mọ́ ṣiṣẹ́, èmi ń ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ìgbà tí mo join business yìí. Mi ní kẹ́ mọ́ ṣiṣẹ́, oníkálukú pẹ̀lú nǹkan ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ní bó bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀ ni. Àmọ́ nǹkan kan ní sẹ́, business kan ni ó fúnyàn ní fọkànbalẹ̀. So nǹkan ẹyọ kan ni tá bá fẹ́ wọlé, ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ wọlé, ẹ lè wo orúkọ oníkálukú wa. Ẹni tẹ́ bá tínú yín bá dùn pẹ̀lú, ẹ tẹ orúkọ ẹ fi lọ kẹkàn lọ wò, kẹtẹ wá wo ohun tá à ń sọ. Ó tán. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ ṣé. Okay, back to you, Coach Georgia.
Thank you. So can you go over that a little bit in English for those of us that speak English? Just a little bit for us. Maybe let us know what the question was and maybe you can answer it like just a little shorter. I would love that.
The question was, what is the benefits to join the business? So that's what I say. The benefits is a lot. I'm not a social media person. When I go to social media, before I used to go, all I do just check people's pictures and just comment, and that's it. So since I joined the business, I discover a lot of things in the business, and I meet a lot of people. You know, the business really helped me to grow, like to find myself. So if anyone that want to join the business, is really easy. All you have to do, just check our name. We have our name. Check who you want to sign up with and do your due diligence. That was the question, quick.
Beautiful. Thank you. And we have our business partner, Moyo, who is going to be speaking also in his language. So why don't you introduce yourself? I should have said that to Ramath. Sorry, Ramath. But yeah, maybe you can introduce yourself afterwards. Introduce yourself for a quick moment there and let us know what question you have. And you can speak freely in your language. We do have a lot of viewers that speak this language from Nigeria. So yeah, we want people to know that it doesn't matter what country you're from, and if your English is not too well, and you know your English is your second language, you could still start this business. But yeah, go ahead, Moyo.
Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ o, ẹni èèyàn mi ní gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè ayé níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi. Inú wa dùn gan wípé ẹ ní àǹfààní báyìí láti gbọ́ ohun ayọ̀ tí a mú wá tí a gbé sórí afẹ́fẹ́ fún yín. Orúkọ mi ni Moyo Akọmọláfẹ́. Ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni mí. Mo dẹ̀ wá láti apá ìwọ̀ oòrùn ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà níbi tí a ti sọ èdè Yorùbá. Mo mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn ni ó ń gbọ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni wọ́n sì lè gbọ́ èdè tí mo ń sọ. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wípé ibi tá a wà nísìnyìí Canada la wà báyìí. A lè gbàgbé ibi tá a ti wá torí àwọn Yorùbá máa ń pòwe wọ́n ní omi tó bá gbàgbé orísun ẹ̀ á gbẹ. Nítorí náà àwa ò lè gbàgbé orísun ibi tá a ti wá. Nítorí pé ibi tá a ti wá yẹn ó wà lára nǹkan tó ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti dé ibi tí a dé yìí. Àwọn nǹkan tí màá fẹ́ máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ arábìnrin Marcelle, ìyẹn náà ni mo fẹ́ fi ẹnu lé báyìí o, nítorí pé mo ti sọ orúkọ mi àti ibi tí mo ń gbé àti ibi tí mo ti wá. So arábìnrin Marcelle, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò náà. ẹ ṣé níwọ̀nba nǹkan tí ẹ ti ṣàlàyé fún wa. Àwọn ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín kò ní pọ̀ púpọ̀ jù. Àkọ́kọ́, mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín wípé kí ni nǹkan tó fún yín ní ìdánilójú wípé ìgbésẹ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ gbé yìí, ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ọkàn yín máa balẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, àti wípé kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ pé tó bá di ọjọ́ iwájú ẹ̀ máa wò pé kí ló wá ṣe mí tí mo gbérù ìgbésẹ̀ báyìí. Ìyẹn ìkíní. Fún àwọn tó ní àǹfààní láti máa gbọ́ wa lórí afẹ́fẹ́ báyìí, tí wọ́n ń wò wá, tí wọ́n sì ń gbọ́ ohun tí a gbé kalẹ̀ àti ètò ọrọ̀ ajé tí a gbé kalẹ̀ síwájú wọn yìí, kí ni ìdánilójú? Nítorí pé lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí, tẹ́yìn náà bá mọ̀, gbogbo ènìyàn ló mọ̀ pé oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń lọ lórí afẹ́fẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó fẹ́ gbàyàn, tó ń pè ní gbájúẹ̀, àwọn tó fẹ́ fi ọgbọ́n gba owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ tàn ẹ́, tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n á ti ṣe gbogbo ètò yẹn sílẹ̀. Nígbà tó bá ní kó tẹ kíní ẹ̀ tó wá máa tẹ̀ báyìí, ibi tó máa gbé ẹ dé ò ní lè padà mọ́. Wàá gé ka, wàá fọwọ́ gé ka sọnù pé yé, kí ló gbé mi débí? So kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ lè sọ pàtó tí á fi jẹ́ kí àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n bá ń gbọ́ wa lórí afẹ́fẹ́ báyìí kó fi wọ́n ní ọkàn balẹ̀, kó sì mọ̀ wípé ìgbésẹ̀ tó fẹ́ gbé yìí ìgbésẹ̀ gidi ni, kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó máa bó wọn lọ́wọ́, tó máa bó wọn lẹ́sẹ̀. Ohun tí á lè fi wọ́n ní ọkàn balẹ̀, tí wọ́n á fi mọ̀ pé kò kí ń ṣe gbájúẹ̀ leléyìí, tí kò kí ń ṣe 419, àwọn èdè tá a máa ń sọ níbi tá a ti wá yẹn, pé àwọn tó fẹ́ lù wọ́n ní jìbìtì. Ìyẹn ṣe pàtàkì, nítorí pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ wípé kò kí ń ṣe oníjìbìtì ni àwọn èèyàn táwọn ń bá lò yìí o. Àwọn ènìyàn gidi, àwọn ènìyàn pàtàkì, àwọn ẹni tí ó yẹ pé wọ́n wà láti ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ohunkóhun tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe lórí ọ̀tọ̀ èrò ajé yìí. So màá tún fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣàlàyé yẹn fún wa. Àwọn béèrè méjì yẹn ni mo fẹ́ béèrè báyìí. Ẹ ṣé o, arábìnrin Marcelle.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. So ẹni kí ló dá mi ṣe rí ẹbí tẹ̀sí ní ọdún kan kọjá, ìgbà tí mo sì ń ṣiṣẹ́, ìgbà tí mo kó tó di pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ bísínẹ̀sì, èmi ń ṣiṣẹ́, iṣẹ́ gbéyàgbéyà ni mo ṣe. Iṣẹ́ gbéyàgbéyà ẹsẹ̀ kan wá ń dùn mí tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ìgbà tí má lọ rí dókítà mi báyìí yóò ní wo o láti kó lè rí ẹsẹ̀ o nídìí àti ṣiṣẹ́. Tó mo máa ń wò ó pé báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ tọ́jú ara mi, tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ mi ìgbà tí n bá fi iṣẹ́ sílẹ̀. So mo wá rí obìnrin kan, arábìnrin kan tó jẹ́ mẹ́ńtọ̀ mi nísìn, ní alẹ́ yẹn mo kò ń bí iṣẹ́ ni bá wo àdẹ̀ báyìí bí a ṣe ń ṣe báyìí lójú ẹ̀. Ó dà pé Ọlọ́run ló rán sí, nítorí mo ti ronú, kò sí má dé kò ń bí iṣẹ́ báyìí, ó máa ń rẹ̀ mí, mi ì lè ṣe kankan, mi ì lè mójútó ara mi dépò àwọn ọmọ. Ló wá dòjọ́ yẹn, mo wá ara obìnrin náà, mo bá wo àdì yẹn, bí n ṣe wò ló ní kí n tẹ̀ má tẹ̀ ṣá lẹ́nu kan, èmi náà bá do ní business. Tí mo sì wọlé, mo ṣe bí oṣù mélòó kan, mo wọnú business yẹn, mo pàdé àwọn èèyàn lóríṣiríṣi, dúdú ni o, lọ́yà ni o, doctor ni, kò sẹ́ni tí ò sínú ẹ̀. Ṣé rí business wa yìí kì í ṣe business tó jẹ́ pé business kan ní pé tí ẹ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí ẹ bá débì kan tí ẹ dé, ẹ wò ẹ̀yin gan ẹni ibo lélẹ́yìí wà látòjọ́ yìí tí mi rí. Ohun tó mú èmi ìgbà tí mo wọlé tí mo fi dáṣẹ́ mi dúró nìyẹn, nítorí ara mi ò dá tẹ́lẹ̀. So ìgbà tí mo wá rí pé àwọn èèyàn mèkè, àwọn èèyàn awó lérí ẹ̀, kí wá ní èmi ibo lélẹ́yìí wà látòjọ́ yìí. So kí náà ní pé ṣé yí lóòótọ́ business pọ̀ níta, àwọn gbá ojú ẹ̀. Èmi tí mo wà bí wọ́n ti gbá mi rí ọdún tó kọjá, wọ́n gbá mi ní mi lè dá owó yẹn pọ̀, ọwọ́ 6 náà gbá mi ní ọdún tó kọjá. Ọmọ mi mọ̀ ń pẹ́ Ramath náà gbá mi. So bí mo ṣe rí, mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, owó mi lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àmọ́ eléyìí ohun tó jẹ́ pé ó garanti, tó jẹ́ pé tí ó bá débì kan tí ẹ bá tẹ̀ lè ṣe mọ́, ẹ lè gbé sọmọ yín lọ́wọ́ ń pé ó dà ẹgbà. Nǹkan ẹyọ kan tá à ń ṣe ni pé ṣé a lè jókòó mi báyìí látàárọ̀ ṣúlẹ̀ ká mọ rojọ́ àbí ká mọ sọ̀rọ̀, ẹjọ́ pípọ̀ irọ́ ní jẹ́bẹ̀ ṣòye yín. Nǹkan ẹyọ kan tá à ń ṣe ni pé káwọn náà káwọn orúkọ, wọ́n lè, àwa márùn-ún la wà bí, wọ́n lè wo orúkọ èèyàn kan tiẹ̀ gba kán fi email wọn àtorúkọ wọn ránṣẹ́ kán tiẹ̀ wá wo ohun tá à ń sọ. Ìgbà yẹn bá wá wọn à fẹ́ sanwó, iṣẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ sanwó, kán tiẹ̀ wá wò lásán ká wo ohun tá à ń ṣe ń bíbá yìí. Orúkọ wa ni, gbogbo wa ni, kò jọjà, Ramath, Paulo, ọkọ ẹmọbìnú, ọkọ Moyo. A lè máa ṣe gbá ojú ẹ̀ kẹ́rí gbogbo orúkọ wa ta ó tì. Canada láwa, ìjọba Canada bá gbá ẹ mú, ẹ lè ṣe 419 ilẹ̀ yìí. Mo jẹ́rìí yín, àwọn tó ń ṣe Ọlọ́run ò tí ì mú wọn ni, but àwa èèyàn gidi làwa, ẹ wò èèyàn ni wá, a sì láwọn ọmọ, gbogbo wa ló lọ́mọ, kò jọjọ ní ọmọ 5 lónìí, Ramath ní ọmọ 5, kò sí Paulo náà, ẹ̀yin gan. So náà ni ẹ wá wo ohun tá à ń sọ, ẹ ṣé gan. So yes, Coach Oda.
Wonderful, wonderful. It really did sound interesting if I understood it. But oh my goodness, it's yeah, I know that you had a lot to talk about, but maybe you can just tell us a little bit in English now. I would love that. Thank you.
Yes. All right. What I say in English is, what make me think that this business is worth it? That if people join the business, it's not a business, like it's not a scam. And I say, look, this is my name, this is your name, this is Paulo, everybody's name is here. This is Canada. True, there is 419 out there, but we don't. We are different. And there's a lot of people, there's, this business, only thing for them to find out themselves is just put their name and email and come and see what we're talking about. And they are not paying. When they put name, email, they are not paying. It's just for them to come and see why we are talking. Even we stay here talking all day, there's no way we can explain everything. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, I figured that you was talking a bit about that because you were like mentioning all of us and just your expression and everything. I could tell you're very passionate about business. And meeting you in person in Toronto, I know that me meeting you and everything that like meeting all the people around that was there that day, it makes it more realer. Okay, a lot of people, it's hard to trust online. 100% it's hard. I understand that. So to anybody who's watching right now and you're thinking, well, they're online, they could be saying anything, but not necessarily. And that was the thing that really made me start this business, is because I started to see that all these people was from my area that, was in the business. And it wasn't just my area, it was all over the world, but I felt more safer. And I'm sure Paulo felt the same way because of his mentors and coaches. I felt like, oh my goodness, Paulo and Helena is my coaches. They're in Summerlin. They're just a couple of hours. My mentor is in Kamloops. There's people all over the world. Okay, Ramath is in Ireland. I'm in Spain right now. Moyo and Marcelle is in Toronto area, and Paulo's in Vancouver area. But to anybody who's watching, I understand why you might feel skeptical. But the thing is what makes our business so successful is we have support. So there's a lot of products out there that are very high end and that they're great and that, a lot of people want them. But the thing is do you have a why behind the product? Do you also have support? Do you have what we have? A system that runs for you 24/7. That's what the key cornerstone to this business. That's why we're so successful, because the community, okay, that we have, and we're continuously excelling. Okay, so we continue to literally stay the same with supporting, caring for our business partners, having the best quality product that converts into high revenue, and the community. So that's community and consistency. And I know that those two things go hand in hand with this business. So if you're feeling that you're, a little bit skeptical, or, this is online, don't think that way with this business. If you just like Marcelle said, watch the free workshop, you'll see it's real. You'll see everything that needs to be seen. And then if you take the further step into signing up, you'll actually see the company, the product, you'll see everything. So thank you for that question, Moyo. And thank you, Marcelle. So, Paulo, can you introduce yourself for us and speak in their language?
I don't know. I don't think I can. I mean, I was like you, Georgia. I was like, Marcelle's so passionate about what she's saying. I'm like, I'm so curious. What is she saying? Because, but no, I'm not there at that level yet. Maybe a couple years down the road, but. But before I introduce myself, I just want to add on to what Georgia was saying and Marcelle about the whole credibility part of all of us. I like how because we all put our names out there. And the fact that if you go on any of our business pages, like myself, I have my Facebook account, my LinkedIn, and my Instagram account. So you can see who we are as individuals. And like my background, so like I'll introduce myself now. I'm Paulo Perlez. I come from Vancouver, Canada. I grew up in Calgary, background's Filipino, and I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I would not put my name out there on something that is not ethical. I go by my nursing ethics of like making sure my patients are treated ethically and so on. And I apply that same principle to my business. And so, and like Georgia, we had that one talk last time where people thought you were moving away, somewhere to run away from the business because it's a scam. But you're like, why would I put my name out there and constantly put myself out in the online space when if you're hiding, you wouldn't put your you wouldn't be out there. You'd be changing your name, change your identity, change your appearance. But we're not like that. We're very genuine, everyday people who had a point in their lives that said we had enough is enough because we had like either stressful jobs or we are in jobs that we don't like and so on. And so we decided to make a change, came across this opportunity and started doing this business. And so my question to Marcelle is, with you speaking 3 different languages, English, French, and Yoruba, is that correct? What was the biggest challenge with going
I speak
training?
4.
Yeah. Oh, 4. Okay. So, what's the 4th one that you can speak? Okay. I think it may have cut out. Okay. So
yeah.
We're speaking 4 different languages.
I speak good. Yeah.
With being able to speak 4 different languages, what was the biggest challenge with going over the training, and then how did you overcome it? Oh, were you able to hear me, Marcelle? Okay, I'll repeat Marcelle, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll repeat my question. So with you being able to speak 4 different languages, what were the challenges? Because primarily our training is in English. What was the biggest challenge with during the training and how did you overcome it?
Thank you so much, Coach Paul. Yeah, okay. You know, the thing is, calm when you face join the business. Yes, it is scary, but it's a video-based training. When you start, when you see, you think that, oh, can I be able to do this? You can do it. You can do it because you can do it. It's why it is. You can there's a translator. You can on peut le, tu vois, on peut le translate différentes langues. Il y a en français, il y a toutes les langues. Tout le monde peut le comprendre. Right.
Can I,
Donc, you can
Marcelle,
understand.
can you hear me? Marcelle, maybe
Yes.
try to take
Yes.
your Wi-Fi off and use your data. Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone?
No,
No, you're not on your phone?
I'm on the laptop.
Do you want to rejoin with your phone and just use your phone data instead of your
I'm
Wi-Fi?
okay. Let me.
Okay, so I guess you know, we can go over a little bit of that literally she was talking about because that's a really good question, Paulo, and I think I can answer some of that in English for a lot of people because I have so many business partners from all over the world. She usually has Wi-Fi issues when she comes on these Zooms or live, so maybe her phone will be better. Um, but yeah, what I would want to say is just like she was saying, you know, you can literally, you know, use our translator. We do have training in different languages too. But the Google Translator, oh my goodness, it's just on your laptop. You add an extension, and our training shows you. You just add a Google Chrome extension, and the Google Chrome extension will translate your your training from English to Spanish to whatever language you speak, even in Nigeria, since there's so many languages, if it's on there. If you speak French, it will it will automatically translate every time you go to a page, or it will have a pop up that says translate this page to. Because I simply have that translator. I have that Chrome translator downloaded to my laptop and to my phone because I'm here in Spain and I get everything popping up that you know in Spanish, so it automatically translates it. So and if you like, here's the thing, okay? Because a lot of people that start this business, they understand a little bit of English. Okay, if you understand a little bit of English, that's all you need, and that's the truth. Because you don't have to come out here and speak like me in perfect English. Believe me, you don't have to do that. Your ads run for you. So even if you create an ad in your language, and you can literally bring it into a translator, Google Translate, and it'll translate it into English, and then you can post it in English. Or you can even do one better. You can post it in your language, and people from your country will see your ad and will buy in. Okay, and you can advertise it here in Canada, but the ad could run in your language. And if it's to the point where you're like, Georgia, I am not tech savvy. I don't know how to do any of these things. We're going to be there every step of the way to help you. There is a lot of people in my group, in my chats, that don't know how to work the computer very well, and it's very difficult for them. It's hard. They're more better with working a hard labor job. So we understand that. We understand people who don't know how to speak English well, and we take into consideration people who don't know how to speak English well and people who don't know how to use the computers well. We help you. We don't leave you stranded and you have to speak to a robot. We're actually going to come in just like I did earlier for Moyo. Okay, I did some techie things for him, and I didn't leave him hanging. I didn't say, "All right, it's done." I made sure that he got the help he needed. And it's, to us, it's 1 minute. To Moyo, it could have took him an hour. Moyo's good with computers, but it's something you need to overcome. Okay, welcome back, beautiful. So I'll let you answer in your words. I talked about Google Chrome. I'll let you know I talked about that Google Translate that we add
Yes.
an extension, but you can go on and finish answering.
Thank you. Can you hear me, Coach Jojo? Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, Coach Paulo asked me, what is the bigger challenge, right? The bigger challenge is the training side, yeah, when you first enter, you say, whoa. But guess what? You get used to it. And when you need help, there's people, like you have a mentor, you have a coach, and you have a community. Our business is global. Anyone can, you reach out to anyone, they are there to support you. They are there to help you. And yeah, you know, it's not that you can do anything. I'm not good. Like I didn't go to school a lot. I did not. Even now till now is so hard. So I can't read it. I can't read proper sometimes. Even spelling, my spelling is really bad. But I reach out to people to help me. And they are there supporting. They want me to be successful, you know. So yes, anyone can do it. Just come and see what we're talking about, what we are saying. You know, our community is overwhelmed. Thank you so much, Coach.
Did you want to add anything to that, Paulo?
No, that was great. Yeah, thank you, Marcelle, for answering that question, because I know it is. Yeah, the training is there's a lot, but it's a lot because over the years we built on our training. We made things very simple, step by step, and to add to that, we have people as young as 18 and as old as in their 70s doing this business. And there's people that are my parents' age, in the 70s, that are doing this and are like, I'm surprised that they know how to post and do all this techie stuff. And it's just crazy how much our training has helped people get out of their comfort zone and get used to technology in a way that they can leverage it and help them earn money online. So, thank you, Marcelle, and for showing people and explaining to people that there is no limitation. I really think the only limitation is your fear. That's it. So, but as a community, we support people and we will help you get over that hump so that you can start feeling comfortable and being uncomfortable. So thank you, Marcelle.
Yeah.
I love that. And I want to add to what you were saying, Marcelle, because she was saying that she doesn't have much schooling and it's hard for her to spell some things or read. I would never think that in a million years. Okay, because I watch her ads and I watch her posts and I watch her stuff and she does everything perfectly. There's nothing wrong with any of her stuff because we have spell check. Because we have things that automatically fixes us. And sometimes it makes our words stupid. Saying, I know I text in our chat and it keeps trying to say something over and over. I'm like, I don't want to say that. But the spell checks will spell check your language. It'll fix it in English. And I just literally created an ad to help people earn online. And I was talking about how I only had a 7th grade education. And I come from a very old school Romani background where a lot of times the women are homemakers, or they are in helping the family with business. They don't go to school or college. And in our family, in our nationality, it's schooling isn't such a big thing because our family could teach us how to cook and clean, how to, literally take care of your family. And they can also teach us any type of skills that they have in their business. So if they are doing a certain trade, if they're doing a certain skill, they'll teach us how to do it so we can, help the family in the business. And schooling is like, okay, send the kids to school so they can read and write and they know how to spell. That's the biggest thing in our family, okay? Very old school, like you, Marcelle. And I talk a lot with these ladies here. I talk a lot with all my business partners because I help them. And when I help my business partners, we make conversation as we're doing the techie things, right? Because I know things and I'll do it just automatically and we'll get to know each other. And what I find is a lot of us that are brought up in an old school background or just what I'm describing, I know that, a lot of women from Africa sing like they're old school and they don't get a lot of schooling and schooling's expensive there and everything. So, but with us, it's just the way we're brought up. So I find that when we come into a new country, it's hard for us to get out of those old ways and, you know, try something new, or even have it in our mindsets, because we're conditioned to think that we can't do what others can do, or we can't do that. Maybe we don't have the education, or maybe we're not brought up that way, or whatever the case may be. But I want to urge all people from all nationalities, especially from the old school backgrounds, old school cultures, you can do this. Don't think that you can't. It doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter if you can't read or write. It's funny because most of us can't read or write good. I'll be totally honest with you. Paulo is probably a professional, I guarantee it. But we'll be on helping my business partners, and I admit, I'm like, how do you spell this? They go and they Google it for me. They don't even know how to spell it. They're Googling it. Hold on, right? So, we have to spell things properly when we're doing our ads. If the spell check's not working on my computer, one of my business partners is helping me, or they'll be like, go back, Georgia, or something. So we're not, people who are highly educated. We're going through the same type of training you're going to go through. We hit it big and we got very successful because we didn't give up, because we didn't let the laptop stand in our way. Because the laptop could be a scary thing. The online world could be a scary thing. The going through training could be a scary thing to people who never heard of training, or to never went on a computer. But the thing is, it's so much more easier to earn online and to work online and to do this business online than it is to go to a job and work 10 to 12 hour shifts and be half dead, do night shifts. I'm sure Paulo has done that. Live off of fast food and coffee and energy drinks, and literally never see your family, and break your body like Tito, working in construction since 15 years. Like, being with Tito, I witnessed, so like literally he stopped working construction, but he was always in pain. He was like always like, telling me like, oh, can you massage my back? Or I need this massager. I had it before, mine broke. And it was just like I would hear all these spasms that he would get. And he's so young, and he would have all these issues. And the more that he was away from construction, the better his body got. Because I heard less of him complaining about these pains. So people are not meant to work so hard and never be around their family, not eat properly. Okay, we're supposed to enjoy our life, enjoy the beach, enjoy what God gave us, this beautiful life, these beautiful countries, the delicious food, our children. We're supposed to enjoy it. That's the most important thing in life. And of course, we need money. Okay, and I always like to just bring it into the energy, like, thank you, God, for the money. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. The world conditions, especially old school people, that money is evil. The root of money is evil. If you want money, no, it's not. Why they say that is because a lot of poor people, or people who don't have education, or people who've been brought up in a certain way, they resort to doing bad things, which is evil, for the money. It's not that they love the money. It's that they don't have the proper education. They don't have the proper job. So they resort to doing evil things to make money. Well, in this case, if you're not succeeding in something, don't resort to doing anything negative. See what we're doing in the online world. See what we're doing to help you to succeed in a legit way, where you don't have to do anything slimy. You don't have to also go into people's business chats and say, don't join this business, join us. You don't have to advertise. We're going to make you network, and we're going to make you go to everybody and tell them to sell our product, tell them to have to buy our products or whatever. So I just want to add to that. So thank you. And did you want to add anything else, Ramath? Because I know you didn't introduce yourself. So if you want to introduce yourself, and if you want to add anything else in your language to what we're talking about, I'll let you take the floor.
Okay, thank you. Ẹ ṣé Coach Georgia fún gbogbo atótónu tẹ́ ń ṣe látàárọ̀. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, orúkọ ti tèmi Rahmatulahi Badaru ni mí. Mo jẹ́ ìyá ìbejì. Mo ń gbé ní Ireland pẹ̀lú family mi. So owó aláfẹ́fẹ́ là ń ṣe, ká mọ gbélé mọ pawó. Kò síbi tá a gbé lè ṣe òwò yìí báyìí. Kò sì sí ẹni tí kò lè ṣe ní gbogbo àgbáríjọ ayé. Tó bá ti ní fóònù ẹ lọ́wọ́, tó ti ní WIFI, tó sì ti ní kọ̀ǹpútà, kò síbi tí ò gbé lè ṣe bísínẹ́sì yìí. So ní àfikún nǹkan tí mo tún lè fi kún, tí ẹ bá kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ join wa tẹ́ fi mọ̀ pé àìṣe àwọn tibí tẹ́ ń sọ, because kò sí ìkan pọ̀ lérí afẹ́fẹ́ lóòótọ́, but tẹ́ fi mọ̀ pé a jẹ̀níwù, a dángájíá, a dúró déédé, a mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Tí ẹ bá fi orúkọ yín àti ímeèlì yín sí, tẹ́ bá fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa, a kọ́kọ́ fi líǹkì yẹn ránṣẹ́ sí yín, tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ wo fídíò yìí. Tí ẹ bá láìkì ẹ̀, ẹ mọ̀, ẹ tẹ̀síwájú nínú ẹ̀. So tí ẹ bá rí pé kinní ìgbà yóò dáa, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ rí pé kinní tí mo lè ṣe ni, nǹkan tí mo ti ń wá látọjọ́ tó ti pẹ́ ni, because business yẹn lè fi lọ́mọ yín lọ́wọ́. Business yìí ọkọ lè ṣe, ìyàwó lè ṣe. Yìí tí ìyàwó ń ṣiṣẹ́, bí tí ìyàwó ṣe ń wọlé ni ọkọ ń bọ̀tà, bí tọkọ ṣe ń wọlé ni ìyàwó ń bọ̀tà. Tí a ní àǹfààní, ànáyè fúnra wa, a ní àyè fún àwọn ọmọ tàbí a sì pè wọ́n wálé ayé, ẹ mọ̀. So nítorí pé kí ni a wà ní ẹ̀yìn odi, a sanwó ilé, a sanwó náà, a sanwó àwọn nǹkan gbogbo, bill gbogbo. So kì í kù kankan fún wa mọ́. Ẹ sọ fún wa, a wá ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà láti jọjọ́ yìí náà. Kí ni èrè tí a fẹ́ fi tì sẹ́yìn ní ọjọ́ ogbó wa, ní ọjọ́ alẹ́ wa? Kí ni nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ní pàtó báyìí, pé nǹkan tí a gbé ilé ṣe, nǹkan tá a ṣe nígbà tí a wà ní èwe, nígbà tí egungun wà lára wa? So because kì í ṣe pé ẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ò, bọ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn kò jẹ́ kí, kò fún wa ní àǹfààní láti ní nǹkan kan lẹ̀ fún ọjọ́ ogbó, kò yé yín? So náà la fi ní, ìgbà táwa rí bí a ní ó yẹ ká smart ni, ká ṣiṣẹ́ smarter, ká má ṣiṣẹ́, ká má kó gbogbo ọpọlọ wa sérí yín pé a fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún yàn kan, a fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún yàn kan. Business yìí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀, eré orúkọ wa ló wà. Ẹ̀yin náà ni ẹ fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo, bí tí ìdánilọ́nà gbogbo tẹ́ ṣe, gbogbo nǹkan gbogbo tẹ́ ṣe, ṣísẹ̀ntẹ̀lé ni gbogbo ẹ̀ láàfi ràn yín. Kò sí pé mo mọ kọ̀ǹpútà, mi mọ kọ̀ǹpútà, kò sí pé mo mọ internet, ẹ mọ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí ẹ mọ̀ ṣe ní ṣísẹ̀ntẹ̀lé ni. Tí kò bá yé yín, mọ́ńtọ̀ yín ó wà ń bẹ̀, kóòṣì yín ó wà ń bẹ̀, tí ló ṣàlàyé fún yín, tí ẹ̀yin náà rí pé ìrìn àjò tẹ́ wà yìí ó kún rẹ́gẹ́. Ìrìn àjò tó jẹ́ pé ẹ lè fọwọ́ fi sọ̀yà fún ni. Ìrìn àjò tó jẹ́ pé ibikíbi tẹ́ bá wà, tẹ́ bá ń sùn lọ́wọ́ báyìí, bísínẹ́sì yín nísìnyí mówó wọlé fún yín lẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá ti ṣe gbogbo nǹkan gbogbo tán ní kẹ́ ṣe, ẹ mọ̀. So bísínẹ́sì yìí kò sí, tí a bá ní a fẹ́ mọ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, ilẹ̀ ó mọ̀ ṣú, ilẹ̀ ó mọ̀ mọ́ ni. Náà ni a fi ń sọ pé kẹ́ wá wò fún rárá yín. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ wá, ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Ní àǹfààní èkejì tẹ́tù fi mọ̀ pé àìṣe scam, kì í ṣe róbọ̀tì ní bá yín sọ̀rọ̀, ni mọ̀ bóyá ẹ gẹ́tà àlàyé mi. Ẹ ń rí wa, à ń bọ́ta, à ń ṣàlàyé fún yín lójoojúmọ́. So tó bá jẹ́ róbọ̀tì ni, ẹ̀yìnkùlé ni róbọ̀tì ó wà ní ló mọ̀ bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ní rójú yàn kan, wọ́n kàn mọ́ ní ẹ mówó wá, ẹ fi kíní. Èyí ọ̀fẹ́ ló bá dé, ẹni ká wá, kẹ wá wò fún rárá yín. Kẹ́yìn náà kẹ fi mọ̀ kan tí pé afẹ́fẹ́ yìí tuntun ni, because àsìkò afẹ́fẹ́ la wà. Gbogbo nǹkan gbogbo nísìnyí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé sérí afẹ́fẹ́ ni. Látètè fi ní kẹ́ tètè jára yín, kò sẹ́ni tí kò sí nínú bísínẹ́sì yìí. So tẹ́ bá gbọ́ gbé tètè bá wọn gbé, kán má bàa gbé sẹ́yìn kùlí ẹ̀, because tẹ́ bá gbé sẹ́yìn ẹ̀yìn kùlí ẹ̀, you are on your own o. Èmi ti sọ ti tèmi náà. So ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, girl. Did you want to add anything, Marcelle?
Yeah, Oda. Bí ohun tí sísà mi Ramath sọ, bó ṣe wí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló sọ, bó ṣe jẹ́ gan ni ẹ. So mi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ nítorí àní time púpọ̀ mọ́. Nǹkan ẹyọ kan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe, ẹ mórúkọ yín wá àti ímẹ̀lì yín, ẹ wá wò wá. Àmọ́ kì í ṣe get rich quickly o. Kì í ṣe business tẹ́ bá wọlé lónìí, owó wọn ní irọ́ o. No, mi sì ní kẹ́ quit iṣẹ́ yín o. Ẹ ṣiṣẹ́ nítorí owó lè hàn fi ń pawó. Ṣòye yín. So àmọ́ business yìí, ẹ wò, ẹ̀yin gan ẹ gbádùn ẹ̀. So ẹ wá wò, ẹ gbọ́, ẹ wá wo ohun tá à ń ṣe. Àpúrọ́ tàn yín jẹ. Yorùbá là ń sọ, tiwantiwa, ẹ gbọ́. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwa Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wo dídí bí tá a ti wá áfíríkà lámọ̀ ti wà àwa lu òyìnbó ni kí ni wọ́n sọ fún wa wọ́n ní ọmọ tó bá mówó délé ní kí ẹ wo ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọpọlọ ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo ara ṣiṣẹ́ ó bá yá àní rí ara tá a fi gbádùn ara wa ẹ tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí kẹ́yìn náà kẹtẹ tó bá tiẹ̀ ṣe ọdún kan ọdún méjì ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ti blend ẹ̀yin náà ẹ fìgé mọ̀ ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí irun tó ṣe wá ní ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn kó tún ṣe wá so at least ẹ̀yin gan ẹ ti mọ ibi tẹ́ ẹ dé nínú bísínẹ́sì yìí so mi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ time ti lọ ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe gan ni o tẹ wá wò adúpẹ́ o thank you so much Coach Georgia thank you Ramath thank you Paulo thank you brother Moyo. Okay.
Thank you. God bless you. And yeah, everything that we've been going over, I think it's very important for all nationalities to hear what we're doing to make a change in the world. Why not, do something where you can travel the world and still make an incredible income? To make a couple of thousand a sale all the way up to 5.9K a sale. Like, have you ever heard of anything like that, making money online? I have a friend that's following me, and they're just telling me just about the things they're doing, right? And I'm like, as much as I want to support them, and I am supporting them, I know this isn't going to make them money like they want to, because they want the freedom lifestyle like I have. And I said, it's really cool what you're doing, but I'm going to be totally honest with you. You're not going to make the money that you'll make in this business, okay? Because they're highly interested in this business, but they're really busy just with their own life, and then they're starting 2 new projects with, something to do with making some extra money. So I looked into what these are, right? Because he's showing me, right? He wants me to buy a product into there. And I'm like, this is a good product, but I wouldn't need this. Like, it's in other words, this type of product is to help people to have sort of a branding, which my online business community does, the whole branding. They did everything for me. I'm like, and I could just tell by what it is. I'm like, you won't make much money with this. I know you're not going to make much money with this. You want the freedom lifestyle that I have, or that my business partners have. You have to start this business. This is the only way. And I really didn't tell them like that, but I'm like, with this business, the products that is sold, you make so much commission. Okay, so because they're high-end products that convert into high revenue. And that's what you've got to think about. So if you want to get into something and you want to make good money, you have to sell high-end products in order to make good money. Because you could do a lot of legwork. And that's what I see that a lot of people are doing. They're doing a lot of networking, they're bugging a lot of people, they're going into it. And I think about it because I see a lot of people in these different little MLMs and these little things, and all these companies, and some companies been around for a really long time, and they have terrible products. Just think about it. They have horrible products. They're all full of sugar, they're all full of caffeine, they're all full of all these bad things. And, I know I drink energy drinks, but I try to drink natural ones. But, what I'm saying is they don't make much money. And there's people that's been in these businesses for like 5 and 10 years, and they still aren't making what we are making in the first year that we start this business. They're still not making that. They're like, oh yeah, I've been in the business and I'm making, 10,000 a month. I'm like, oh wow, how long have you been in that business for? 9 years. I'm like, 9 years? I'm like, what? Oh yeah, and I did a lot of networking, and I mentor, I help like hundreds of people, and there's 1,000, and I'm like, like, I don't want to down them, and I don't want to, put them down and say, well, I make more than you. I don't want to say that, and I don't say that. But at the same time, I see how much work these people do for years, 5 to 10 years, in these little makeup companies, in these little MLMs, in these little places that, sell vitamins, energy drinks, little energy bars. And I watch what they do, and it's like it took me It took me like a year and a couple months to start making my goals. Oh, 20K a month, over 20K a month, 30K a month. So I'm like, if it took me a year and a couple months to do that, like these people are still, for 10 years, it took them to make 10,000 a month. And think about that. You can retire in this business in a couple months, a year, a couple of years. You know, it all depends on how much energy you put into this business, how much ads you have out there. So yeah, I urge anybody to watch our free workshop. This workshop changed my life. It changed all of our lives that's here today. And I'm so, so grateful that you came here today, Marcelle, and you allowed us to interview you. I think that this is something that's important for a lot of people from your nationality to see that other people from Nigeria or Congo or just the whole continent of Africa are succeeding.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you know, I want to make it clear, like I said, if you're not good with computers, if you're not good with speaking English, if you need help, just reach out to us.
Yeah.
If the workshop, yeah, if you're not, if you can't understand the workshop because the workshop's English,
Yeah.
you can, there's an area, like if you click the link, so I'll make this clear for everybody. If you click the link when we send it to you by email, there will be an option for the replay for you to be able to watch it in a different language. And if you don't see that, if you hit the three little dots or it goes to YouTube, the replay, if you translate into your language, you can do that. But if you can't, and you can't have the subtitles, just message us and we'll set you up with somebody that speaks your language so they can explain everything to you properly. And your next step right now, if you really want to see the whole business plan, and this was a beautiful interview. If you want to see more, you're going to click the links in our post. If they're up top, if they're on the bottom, the www dot whatever link you see, click the link and add your name and your email. You're going to be taken right away to our replay. And if you click my link or any of my mentors' links, the mentees' links, that they will help you get started. You're going to hit my replay. You're going to see the one that I posted. And if you want to learn more about our online business community, after you sign up, after you register for free, you can just message us and let us know that you registered on one of our websites. If you registered on one of our websites, reach out to us and we'll add you to our Earn Online Academy. Or you can message us. If you don't see a link anywhere in any of these posts, just message us and tell us that you'd like to watch the free workshop. And Paulo, do you want to explain a little bit about our Earn Online Academy before we go, and what it is and how could they join for free?
Yeah, definitely. So our Earn Online Academy, we put this together a few months ago, and it's we created a set of videos, about 17 videos that explains all the frequently asked questions we get as mentors and coaches. And so it's laid out there it's the total of 18 minutes. So it's not very long, but it's very informative. It will answer a lot of the questions that are probably going through your head. So definitely reach out to any of us to get added into there, and hopefully that will help you do your due diligence and taking the next step afterwards to get promoted into our bigger business community. And to add to George's thing, our webinar, we have a free one tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want the live version, and our lives are every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's actually real people talking and explaining, about the business model, and then people within the panel talking about their experiences. So yeah, that's every Tuesday, Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. But then again, if you can't join us live, do the replay videos.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you all for joining. God bless you all. So yeah, click on the link, add your name and your email, and we'll send you a workshop link right away so you can watch us live. So God bless all. See you on the other side. Bye.